Howdy, fellas. Uncle Sasquatch and Jake. I read your comments and your private messages, and it gives me ideas for videos. And there's been some comments and messages that want me to talk a little bit more about muzzle loading. So what we're going to do today is the first part in probably a 3 or 4 part series about tips for muzzle loading accuracy. Number one, you're going to have to start with your powder. You're going to have to decide, are you going to use double F powder or are you going to use triple F powder? Now, I've heard a lot and read a lot that people say that if you've got a 45 or anything above 45 caliber, you need to use double F. Well, that's not necessarily the case. What you're going to have to do is experiment with your granulation. I talked to a fellow one time that said that his 54 shot better with triple F than it did with double F. So you're just going to have to do some experimenting there and work you up a proper load. Now you're going to have to think about what charge am I going to use? How many grains of powder am I going to use? A good rule of thumb for me anyway is if you got, let's say, a 50 caliber, it'd be 50 grains plus about 10. So you start about 60, 65 grains on that charge. 54, you'd start about 65 and then work up from there. And you might find, even something as large as a 54 that 65 grains is a proper charge for accuracy. But what you need to do is work on consistency, and I would suggest that you invest in some type of cutoff powder measure. For example, this one I think measures all the way up to 120 grains, and it has a funnel spout on it, so you would fill your powder up to the top, and don't worry if you get just a little bit too much in there, because when you close that funnel off, then it's going to level that charge off. And then you're going to want to dump your powder into your gun, and I always like to tap my rifle butt gently on the ground just to settle that powder charge just a bit. So that's the start. You got to work on your powder charge first, and in the next video we'll talk about patch and ball combinations. Can't talk good today. So thanks for watching this one, and I hope you're looking forward to the next episode in this series. And as always, keep your powder dry. Mind that top knot, Pilgrim.